Previously on Dice Versa.
My name is Madelon Kessie. I'm sort of in charge of the settlement here. Who are you?
Ah, the meddlers. Good.
Doggo down, that's all my HPs.
Mishka gets cut down.
No, dog boy. One frag grenade, please. Oh no! Oh god! Oh no! Natural one for the most damage.
Navessah, you pull the pin out of the grenade and then you throw the pin. As you realize what you've just done, the grenade explodes in your hand, dealing 6 damage to you and Ukko. And he's looking real rough.
You're gonna do this. You're on your own.
She shoots you a glare and then rolls her eyes.
Fine, whatever. So much for the buddy system.
In the few hours that have passed since your encounter with Master of Arms Olaraha and the garrison, news of your success has spread through the settlement. In that time, you pulled Ukko's massive unconscious body out of the garrison with the help of a Bretta and some volunteer colonists. And immediately, as you stepped outside, you could tell that there was a new energy coursing through the settlement. There's still an air of danger and fear hanging about, but there's also a spark of hope and some newfound vigor among the colonists. And you even see some of them smiling as they hurry by to help strip the garrison. Currently, you're all gathered around Ukko as Abretta does her best to dress his many new wounds. After some hours, Ukko finally blinks awake and regards you all with swollen, groggy eyes.
I saw a familiar face. I see the face of death.
No, it's fine. Calm down.
I'm not
No,
ready.
calm down, big guy. It's gonna be okay.
Is he alright?
He'll be alright. He's...
Did
It's not good, that's for sure, but I think he'll survive.
we win?
Yes, you won, big guy.
Wait, the Navessah and Mishka alive.
They're fine, yeah, they're safe.
Oh, my paycheck is safe. Okay.
Yes, you certainly earned your money, Ukko.
I agree. So, you find Cedona? Ow.
No, unfortunately. Looks like she's been taken by the Azlanti. She's aboard a vessel called the Silver Needle? Does that mean anything to you, Abretta?
Silver Needle? I ain't heard nothing like that before.
Wait. Where's Goriah?
Goraya, I'm sure she's safe at her house.
Well, I have to give her the information on her family.
We'll get you there, friend. Let's go meet with Madelon first, yes? It seemed he had something important to talk to us about.
Okay.
It'll give you some more time to collect yourself.
Yeah, I want to look my best, that's true. Ow.
You say as blood oozes through your many bandages.
It looks cool, right? Blood. Girls like blood, right?
Oh yes, you look very heroic.
Right? Oh, God.
Sure.
How are you feeling, Navessah? Are you okay?
Oh, yes, I'm still a little shaken by the experience. Not much of a combatant myself, but all things considered, I'm doing well and excited to learn more.
Yes, you held yourself up very, very well. In fact, if it weren't for you, I don't know that we would have made it out.
For a brief moment, she kind of looks guiltily at Ukko. It's just like, I could have done better, but yes, perhaps the two of you could show me how to hold myself a little bit better when it comes to situations like that.
Of course.
You can't ever predict what'll happen, so don't worry about it. This ain't on you. Oh, God, did they burn me?
Anyway, I believe we've got someone we need to go speak to, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Good job, team.
So you guys make your way on over to Madelon's. You find him outside of his module speaking to a teary-eyed human woman.
Yes, I'm glad everyone is okay too, Carol. Listen, you just make sure to lock up your doors, and before long, the worst thing we're gonna have to worry about are the hobguards again, okay? Good.
And he looks up and he notices you all.
Alright, Carol, you take care, and remember, we're gonna get through this together.
And as the woman turns to take her leave, she gently places a hand on Ukko's arm and she looks up to you and she says, "Thank you." Then she departs into the mist. As you approach Madelon, he says,
Hello again, friends. It seems that we have a lot to talk about, don't we?
Yes. Shall we go inside for this?
Certainly. And he gestures inside to his module, and you enter into the familiar living quarters, which has been cleaned up a little bit, but it is a pretty big mess still. And he sits down and gestures to some seats across the room, and he says, "As you probably know by now, Cedona found some sort of technomagical thingy, and that old ship we found crashed in the forest. The Azlanti showed up not long after that looking for the same thing, and somehow they found out that Cedona had what they were looking for. I don't know what she told them when they questioned her, but they took her and said something about transferring her, and I haven't seen her since, so..."
Didn't you read something about that?
Navessah will bring out her comm unit and kind of forward the field notes and stuff that she got from Olaraha. Yes, to confirm your suspicions, according to these notes, they were interrogating, they call her the android in their notes. I assume that could only be Cedona, saying that she had visited the crash site and,
Oh, hey, they call it the Rune Drive.
Yes.
That must be the technomagical doohickey.
Yeah, that. Oh, God.
Well, unfortunately, this doesn't tell us where they took her. And the problem is, I think you may have knocked out one of the, only people who know where they took her, so we're gonna have to interrogate that Olaraha sumbitch, but something tells me he's not gonna want to talk. The only other person who probably knows where she is their commander, that Sharu or whatever. Maybe if we can track her down, put the iron to her, let her know that maybe she's losing control, that we've taken control of the settlement again, maybe she'll be more willing if you put the right screws to her, if you know what I'm saying.
Perhaps. Do you know where we can find this commander?
I think that she went off to the crash site.
Yeah.
And he sort of scrolls through the notes that you sent him. He says, yeah, it says right here that she went off a few days ago and hasn't come back.
Are you talking about that ship that they found that was potentially pre-Gap? Or perhaps the other anomaly?
As far as I understood it from Cedona, they're pretty much in the same place, so...
Well, that's good.
I'm quite eager to see this wreckage myself, so when everyone is prepared and ready, I would be interested to go off and see it and see if we can find this commander and see if we can get some more intel from her.
He nods his head and says, I agree, but prudence says that we shouldn't rush into this. We're in bad shape here at the settlement, and our supplies are beginning to run low. I think it's best to take a day to regroup, and we can set up a perimeter to keep an eye out, make sure the Azlanti don't come back, or, let us know if they do.
Yes, I don't think Ukko should be moving around too much right now.
I'm fine. Ow.
For now, I'd like you guys to head back to your ship. I'll get some people to work on breaking down that damned garrison and getting it out of the way. That should give you plenty of room to land next to the Glimmer Rock. Then we can unload those supplies you brought, and it'll make everybody feel a lot better knowing that our stock is full at least.
Of course, I would be glad to, yes.
In the meantime, I'm gonna do the rounds and check in on everyone. I hear Jellic had quite an eventful week while I was locked up. I should go check on him and Abretta, and it sounds like I owe them some thanks too, so what do you say we meet up again at the end of the day?
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan, yes?
Yep.
Alright, be safe out there. Ukko, if you want to take it easy, nobody's gonna blame you.
Yeah, we'll see.
So, Madelon escorts you guys back out of his module and says his goodbyes as he leaves to do the rounds.
So, look, I was paid to protect you too, so if you're gonna go off into those forests, I gotta come with. I gotta make sure, you don't die. Oh, God. Sorry.
Are you sure you're in a condition to do that? I don't think you'll get paid if you're dead.
Why don't you take some time for some R&R and get your strength back?
Alright, fine, I'll wait. I'll go see Gariah and then take it easy. You guys go do this ship business and yeah. God.
Sounds wonderful.
It really hurts.
Do you need a hand, Mishka?
Of course, yeah. I would gladly welcome the help if you want to tag along.
Probably safety in numbers. We still don't know what's out there. Did we clear out all of the Azlanti troops?
I think we've cleared out all of the ones that were near the settlement. How many they have once we get closer to the crash site, who knows?
be on your toes, alright? Just careful out there. Aside from the Azlanti, you got those damn monkey things.
Yes, it probably wouldn't be good for you to go alone, Mishka. You know, use the buddy system and whatnot.
Yes, I believe the two of us can.
Buddy system.
Are you okay?
You
Yeah,
you
I'm
okay there,
fine.
Ukko?
I'm gonna go find Goriah. Y'all take care, alright? Hit me on comms if you need me.
Yes, take it easy, friend.
Yeah.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Yeah.
And he turns and skulks away.
I think she'll kind of like turn to Mishka once Ukko's out of earshot. That one seemed to strike a bit of a chord with him.
Yes, I'm not one to pry too much. You know, his business is his business, but I'm curious as to what that was about.
I don't know. I sensed some sort of pain or loss from him.
Oh, can you sense that?
In ways, yes. I don't know if we've discussed it much before, but I trained with the Lashunta on Castrovel, so I have a gift not most humans have. Not quite as advanced as the Lashunta themselves, but I'm learning to control it. I try not to pry as well, but I'm not always in full control of what I hear.
That is very interesting. Did you develop these powers, or were you born with them?
As far as I've been told, I was born with them, yes. Once it was learned that I had them, I was sent to Cabral University to develop the powers further.
So this conversation is happening as you guys are walking through the forest. Meanwhile, Ukko, you head over to Goriah's, is that right?
Yar.
Ukko, you arrive at the module that was indicated to you as Goriah's residence.
Ukko saunters up and he knocks.
And you hear some rustling inside, and a few moments later, the door slides open, and you see the Lashunta woman who you met before, named Goriah Lee. She sort of jumps as she opens the door, not expecting to see such a large figure. And as her eyes adjust and she takes in your beat-up state, you see a look of concern spread across her face, and she covers her mouth. Oh, Ukko, are you okay?
Yeah, no, this is nothing. Don't worry about it. I've been through worse.
Did the Azlanti do this to you?
Oh yeah. It was
Gosh.
it was quite the battle in there, but nothing to worry about.
Oh my god, how terrible.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Listen, I'm here because we did find out some information on your family.
Her eyes light up as you say this.
Let's see here.
Was it on his data pad or was it an actual...
No, yeah, it was an actual packet of papers and stuff.
Ukko reaches back to his bag that he totally is carrying all the time and pulls out the packet of informations. It's
Here you go. Hopefully this helps you out in some way.
She takes it and she looks at it in disbelief for a second, and she looks up to you and just like launches herself forward, hugging you, which probably hurts a little bit.
Yeah, no, I'm unconscious.
She wraps her arms around you and just says, "Thank you so much, Ukko. Oh my god, thank you."
No, yeah, no problem.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, it's totally worth it.
I don't have any way to repay you, but at least let me see to your wounds. Please, come in.
Alright, yeah. Let me just fit through the door here.
It's a bit of a tight squeeze, but you make it in, and she gestures to an open area where there's enough room for you to like settle down a little bit. And she runs and gets some emergency medical supplies and begins treating your wounds. And you guys spend the rest of the day just kind of getting to know each other as she dresses your wounds and takes care of you and lets you rest.
Aww.
And you guys go over the report, and she's very relieved to find out that her family is okay.
Yay.
And yeah.
Aw, that's sweet.
Meanwhile, Navessah and Mishka, you arrive at the Sundering Eclipse, which is exactly where you left it, in the clearing. It has gathered a bit of dust, and the wings are covered in pine needles and, other tree debris. But for the most part, it is in perfectly fine shape, exactly how you left it. And you get on board, and the systems all come online, and Cooper says,
Yar! Welcome back, Pilot Mishka.
Thank you, Cooper. Pilot on board, along with Miss Navessah.
Registering name, Navessah. Yar, welcome aboard, Navessah.
Thank you, Cooper.
Any problems or disturbances while we were gone? Report, please.
Negative. However, in your absence, I did intercept a firmware upgrade and have taken the liberty of downloading it. Would you like me to install it?
What is this firmware update?
It will allow me to access additional systems. It will also allow me to reconfigure the battle stations for additional tasks.
Wow, that sounds pretty good. Go ahead and install, please.
Aye. Installing firmware update. Completion time approximately 2 hours.
Can the ship fly while the update is installing or no?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You just gotta do it manually.
Alright. Then yeah, I'll go ahead and start the ship up and we'll head towards Madelon's landing.
All right. So you fire up the Sundering Eclipse and take off. And as you are flying over the settlement, you see that the Azlanti garrison has been disassembled. You see the metal panels that made up the walls and the various appliances and furniture are all piled up off to the side of the Hobgar trap, leaving a large empty space where the garrison once stood, big enough for you to land your ship. A line of colonists looks like a trail of ants as they haul pieces of the garrison toward the warehouse for future repurposing. And as you land, the colonists fan out to watch your descent, and as you step out onto the landing ramp, you are met with cheers and applause, and Madelon steps to the front of the crowd and walks towards you as the cheering dies down a bit, and a wide smile spreads across his face. This place has seen better days, but thanks to you, seems like things won't be getting any worse for now, at least. So, thank you. And you now see some colonists begin eagerly unloading cargo from the Sundering Eclipse and bringing it to Rendel's warehouse as well. And Madelon smiles again seeing this and he says, "Seems like your job's done now. The one you were hired for anyways. Here's your pay. 4,000 credits as promised. And seeing how you went far above and beyond the job description, I'd like to also personally pay to upgrade your ship. We have some spare parts lying around the settlement, and I think Kresk and Abretta would be happy to outfit you with a little thank you gift. So you just let us know what you want, and we'll take care of it."
Oh, that is most kind of you, good sir. Yes, I'm sure Cooper would appreciate some upgrades. Thank you.
It's the least we could do. So yeah, you're upgrading your ship to Tier 2.
Ooh.
If you are listening to this or watching this, check out our next Level Up episode to find out what that upgrade is. But for now, you continue helping the colonists just unload all of the cargo supplies from your ship to Rendel's warehouse. And as the sun dips below the foggy treetops, Madelon finds you once again, and he says, "Once again, I have to say thank you on behalf of the entire settlement. We would be... hell, I don't even know where we would be without you. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you."
No worry, Madelon. We were just in the right place at the right time, just happy that we could help.
Well, why don't you guys go get some rest, because tomorrow's gonna be a big day.
Yes, of course. I was curious. I was going over Olaraha's field notes, and it was saying that Cedona had spoken to some of the other colonists about the Rune Drive. I was wondering if you know who those people might be. Was that just you, or...?
She said she was gonna talk to Abretta and Mr. Kresk about it, and I think she did. Abretta's told me since then that she didn't really know what it was, and, well, Kresk ain't exactly the most friendly fella, but I feel like if he was able to help out, he would've. So, I'm afraid to say it sounds like those leads led to dead ends.
I see. Well, if you don't feel that they would know any more than what we already do, I suppose there's no point in digging further.
Well, you're the professional, so I'll leave it up to you, but like I said, tomorrow's gonna be a big day, so you best get as much rest as you can.
Good point, yes. Are we still staying with the Bretta, or do we kind of have our own digs? Or I guess we can just stay on the ship.
Yeah, you could stay on the ship. There is still room at Abretta's, and like you have so much good favor at the settlement right now that you could probably ask to sleep like anywhere and they would accommodate you.
Ukko?
Ukko actually probably once the ship, a little while after the ship landed, he would have been like,
I gotta bounce, I'm gonna go.
Okay, well, if you ever need anything else, Ukko, please don't hesitate to come back, and please take care of yourself out there.
Oh, don't you worry. I'll take care of myself, and I'll take care of those other two as well. That's what I was paid to do. But I'll remember your kind offer, Goriah.
You're a good man, Ukko. You're a good man.
Thanks.
And closes the door, and you go meet back up with your crew.
Hello there.
So I refilled your HP as if you had taken a long rest and got healed by her. So you have some more HP now.
How are you feeling, Ukko? You look good.
Yeah, like, I don't know, 4 points better on the how good am I scale. Yeah, it was more emotional healing, I'd say. Anyway. So, look, I know at least you, Mishka, were paid to just deliver these supplies, but I was being paid to protect you guys, and I'm only getting paid if we find Cedona, and she is an old friend of mine, so I'm hoping we're still planning on finding her and everything. I don't care much about this technical whatever and the crashed ship, but a friend of mine is being held by some assholes, and I need to get paid, so...
Yes, I deliver the supplies, but Cedona is also my friend.
Oh,
And
perfect.
I think Navessah, you still have a job to do, right?
I mean, Cedona is a good working acquaintance with me as well, so I am both professionally and personally interested in continuing forward.
Perfect. Mutually beneficial, and I'm still on the clock. So, what's next then? We gonna go beat up some more people or something?
I believe we should get a good night's rest in our beds on the ship and head into the day bright and early, fully recharged and ready to go.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
Well, before we rest, why don't we take a crack at that, guy that was in charge here? I mean, we didn't kill him, right? Is he dead?
No, I intentionally left him alive.
Perfect.
I figured we could maybe get some information out of him.
Yeah, I'll grab a blowtorch.
Oh, what do you need that for?
Well, he burned me. We gotta pay him back, and maybe we'll learn something, who knows?
Perhaps we can start with a simple conversation, and if he is unyielding at that point, we can resort to, whatever acts of barbarism you wish to inflict upon him.
I'm just saying, an eye for an eye, right?
You know, have you ever heard of the term, live and let live?
Nope.
Well,
This is not my area of expertise. I'll let the two of you handle this part, But I'll come along, make sure things don't get out of hand.
So you guys make your way to the warehouse, and in the middle of it, you see a very ornate prefabricated module that is, unlike the rest, which are rectangular, this one is perfectly square, like a perfect cube with a spire on top and many symbols of golden keys on it. And just judging from what you know, from what you learned at Madelon's residence and everything, you do know that this is a chapel to Abadar, and this is where you've been told that they are keeping Master of Arms Olaraha.
I think Navessah's gonna kind of come clean, because it's likely to come up in the interrogation.
Ukko's just over here, turning on the blowtorch, turning off the blowtorch, smiling, turning on the blowtorch.
Listen here, Ukko. It was,
Well,
there was a lot going on during the fight when you went down, and, as I mentioned before, I'm not the best when it comes to a fight like that, and,
I'm sure you did your best.
I could have done better. In fact, I tried using one of the grenades that I had, and,
He turned it against you?
yeah, no, not really. The grenade kind of blew up in my face, and you were nearby, so those burns were an unfortunate accident caused by me not doing my best. And for that, I would like to apologize.
Ukko looks at her for a while, looks at the blowtorch in his hand, sighs, turns it off.
I mean, you could still keep the blowtorch for, the intimidation tactics or what have you.
Yeah.
To be fair, that would not have happened if we weren't dealing with this man. So in a way, it was still kind of his fault.
I'll take it.
And with that, you open the door to this chapel. The walls of the chapel are lined with electrical equipment. Seems like this is where they keep their electronics to keep the Hobgars out. And they are also using it as a makeshift holding cell. and you find him tied up to a chair in there. You see that he is breathing shallowly, but he appears to be unconscious still.
I'll be back here. Mishka just stands in the back of the room.
Yeah, just like leaning up against the wall by the door or something.
Yeah.
Ukko, wake this fellow up for me.
Yeah. And just a quick backhand.
He groans and weakly looks up and just grimaces at you.
Good evening there, Oloraha.
He spits a loogie of blood at your feet.
Charming. Well, I don't want to waste too much of your time because I know that you have already failed in your mission and it is most likely going to result in the arrest and execution under military law. I'm basically like looking into my device and like basically being very obvious that I have all of his notes and everything.
And he just like squints at you menacingly.
But we are looking for our friend Cedona, the android that you captured. I believe the notes say she is aboard the Silver Needle, and we just need to know where we can find her and bring her back.
He starts mumbling in Azlanti, which, Ukko, you understand him, and he says, "You should kill me now."
He says we should kill him now.
That's what he would like to have happen.
That is what you would like to have happen. Trust me.
Why is that?
Hey, do us all a favor and just speak in common so we're not doing this middleman business, please.
I will never defile my tongue with your foul speech.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to translate.
So yeah, we'll just play out this scene and just say that Ukko is translating back and forth. And as you ask him why you would want him dead, he just smiles a bloody smile and looks at you.
Yes. Well, there are things worse than death. I just wanted to give you a chance to be forthright. Otherwise, I'm going to let Ukko be creative in whatever way he seems fit to extract the information from you.
The Empire will raise this planet, and there will be none left. None of you creatures. And he looks at Ukko and Mishka as he says this, and then he looks back at you, Navessah, and he says, "You should be ashamed cavorting around with these Pact World scum, all of you."
Ukko stands menacingly.
I'll give you one more chance. Where is Cedona? Otherwise, Ukko here will start doing his work.
All right, go ahead and make a diplomacy or intimidation.
I think, like, there is an undertone of intimidation to it, but honestly, like, she's leaving the intimidating side of things to Ukko and is just trying to...
Is there any way I can assist?
Yeah, then let's do this. Ukko, you make an intimidation check first, and then if you succeed that, it'll help out Navessah's diplomacy.
All right. That's a 21.
Whoa, you're an intimidating boy.
Yes, go ahead and roll your diplomacy, and the DC will be lower now.
Navessah rolled a 28 on diplomacy.
Okay. And what did you ask him? Where's Cedona?
Yeah, basically I think she's just like, I don't care about this planet, I don't care about your empire or anything like that, I just need to know where Cedona is.
And he looks up at you and smiles a bloody smile again, and he says, "She is long gone from here."
If she's long gone and there's no chance of us being able to reclaim him from your empire, then there's no harm in telling us where she is.
I will never betray the Empire. Your android is probably dead by now.
We still have his computer, right? Do you think maybe we could fake some logs on him selling out information to outsiders?
Someone can easily.
I'm sure Mishka and I can put our brains together, maybe with some of the help of the folks here. How would you like to be a traitor to the Empire, Oloraha?
He looks at you again, and he weakly shrugs, and he says, "I am a dead man. There is nothing you can do to me."
Well, I promised Ukko I'd let him try, so Ukko. Tagging in the bad cop.
Ukko steps forward and kneels down to get eye level with him. And I'm speaking in Azlanti.
Alright. Olara, you're
Before you can say anything else, he spits blood into your face.
Alright. Look, I respect your loyalty.
Get away from me, foul creature.
No. So I respect that. And for that, I'm willing to offer an out of that loyalty. there's ways. We can get you to live a life, whatever you want. You don't have to die, first off. You don't have to suffer more.
Reek of shit.
I'm trying to be your friend.
You are no friend of mine.
I really don't want... Alright, we're just gonna skip this part then. Okay.
Turns on the blowtorch.
I'm gonna start with your feet. The bottom of your feet. I'm gonna work my way up to the next sensitive bits. You understand?
He holds your gaze, but does not say anything.
I think at this point, Navessah has kind of walked back over and is, like standing now next to kind of Mishka. I don't know how much more he's going to be able to give us.
I want you to tell me more about your commander. I don't need to torture you for that, do I, Commander Sharu?
The commander is a great woman, and she will be your death. All of you.
Alright, now let's say that doesn't happen. We go to this crash site, knock her out, put her in a similar situation here.
Good luck with that.
Looks back at the group.
Silver Needle then? Where it went?
Are you going to kill me or not? Because if you're not, stop wasting my time.
Alright.
Takes off a boot and just starts burning right in the middle of his feet.
Silver Needle, where'd it go?
More. Don't stop now.
I wasn't planning on it. Okay.
Keeps going.
Yes. And he's just shaking in pain, but does not seem really, is not seeming like it's doing much to sway him towards talking. It almost seems like he's enjoying it a little bit.
Yeah. Ukko turns off the blowtorch and kind of looks him over for a bit. Just knocks him over, so he's falling on his back. And hunkers over him and starts getting a loogie ready.
So I'm disgusting, right? You hate my people, my kind, we're weird and gross. Bet you'd hate having some of us inside you, huh?
Alien scum.
Yeah, that's right. You tell me where that silver needle's going, or I'm gonna huck a loogie way deep down inside you.
Make intimidation check.
I figure since he hates, we're alien scum, you know?
Yeah.
Another 21 for intimidation.
He writhes and tries to get out of the line of fire of your loogie and fails to do so. And as he sees you revving up, he's like, "It's going to the Empire, you fucking fool."
I gathered that. Anything more you want to tell us?
I don't know its exact destination. We sent it off. Towards the Empire, it will be rerouted there.
What about the bears on your ship? When's it coming back, huh?
I don't know.
Ukko looks back to Mishka and Navessah.
Anything else we want to know?
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
What about, comm codes or something? You got any info? Help us infiltrate your people?
He just looks at you and he says, "Do your worst. I am not a traitor." He wiggles and tries to wipe his face off on his shoulder, but there's just a big dragon loogie hanging from his forehead.
You know what? Oddly enough, that felt really good. Well, shoot. He doesn't have anything else for us.
Ukko looks down over him, says,
Your people gonna torture you or anything? It's gonna be slow, painful?
Hey, he doesn't answer, he just glares at you.
You fought well. I'll give you that. And once again, kudos to your loyalty.
and at that he just crunches his neck, just reaches down
and he goes still on the ground.
Ukko stands up.
Well,
He wasn't gonna give us anything. Nothing that we didn't already know.
Good work on getting him to talk. Your tactics were peculiar, but effective.
Yeah. I didn't wanna... He suffered enough, whatever. Anyway. Cool. So, crash site it is tomorrow then?
Yes, that's probably our best course of action to learn any new information.
I think Navessah will send a message off to Madelon, letting them know that the captive is no longer with us.
The captive has expired.
You get a text message back that just says, "Oh, okay, we'll take care of that."
That's it. That's it for Ukko. Ukko's just standing there now, like, what next?
Back to the ship.
Yeah, you guys retire for the night, heading back into the Sundering Eclipse, into your bunks, which you had the week to set up into your own personal stylings on your way here, so it's a little bit more comfortable than staying at Bretta's house. And so you guys get a nice full night's rest. So go ahead and refill your stamina if you need to. Give yourself another HP if you are missing any.
So I'm up to 6.
You are up to 6.
Wow. What about resolve points? When do those come back?
I think those are full.
Yeah, those are refilled.
Okay, cool. Am I able to spend those now to get more hit points?
No, resolve only cures stamina points. If we had med kits, I could heal us.
Right.
Would I have any on the ship?
Yeah.
Probably, you probably have a first aid kit on the ship, I imagine. I mean, you guys don't have a healer? So I'll say you have 3 med kits on the ship.
Sounds good. I will get those and I will heal us back up.
All right, so you can make your medicine checks.
All right.
I mean, I'm fine.
Are you?
Yeah, I got all my stamina back. That's all I was missing.
I'm at 2 HP.
Oh, you heal you first.
Well, I got my level 2 ability thingy, the field treatment. I can take 1 minute to tend to my wounds, and I spend 1 resolve point to recover HP equal to 3 times my operative level.
Oh, damn. So you can heal yourself real good.
Yeah. I'll do that twice. So I'll be at 14, and then I'll heal up Ukko. That is an 18.
You try to patch him up, but, he's already been bandaged up pretty good, so there's not really much more you can do. You take off some of his older bandages and replace them and just sort of patch him up a little bit more, but yeah, you're not able to make him feel any better. You just make sure that it doesn't get any worse.
Gotcha.
Owie. Mishka, will you kiss my boo-boo?
Mwah.
Thanks.
If you want more Dice Versa, check us out at patreon.com/diceversa. We release bonus content for every episode, like deleted scenes and episode commentary. You can also join our growing community by joining the Dice Versa Discord server. Find the link in the video description.